In the realm of health and wellness, few topics have been as misunderstood and misrepresented as cholesterol. For decades, it has been vilified as a silent killer lurking in the bloodstream, waiting to clog arteries and trigger heart attacks. This perception has permeated public consciousness, largely due to outdated research and oversimplified messaging. However, recent advancements in scientific understanding are challenging these long-held beliefs, revealing that cholesterol is not only essential for survival but also far more complex than previously imagined. The narrative surrounding cholesterol is shifting, and with it comes an opportunity to rethink how we approach cardiovascular health, diet, and inflammation. At its core, cholesterol is a fundamental component of life. Every cell in the human body relies on it to maintain structural integrity. Without cholesterol, cells would be vulnerable to environmental changes, unable to regulate their internal conditions effectively. For instance, when exposed to extreme temperatures, cells risk melting if they become too hot or crystallizing if they grow too cold. Cholesterol acts as a stabilizing agent within the cell membrane, preventing these harmful outcomes. Beyond its role in temperature regulation, cholesterol also plays a crucial role in communication between cells. It influences the permeability of cell membranes, allowing them to signal their needs to neighboring cells and ensuring that essential nutrients and waste products are exchanged efficiently. The importance of cholesterol extends far beyond cellular function. It serves as the foundation for bile production, a substance critical for digesting fats and eliminating toxins from the body. Bile acts as a natural detergent, breaking down dietary fats into smaller molecules that can be absorbed by the intestines. Without sufficient cholesterol, this process would falter, leading to malabsorption of fats and fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K. Furthermore, cholesterol is indispensable for nerve health. The protective sheath surrounding nerve fibers, known as the myelin sheath, is composed primarily of cholesterol. This insulation ensures efficient transmission of electrical signals throughout the nervous system, enabling everything from basic sensory functions to complex cognitive processes. Another often overlooked aspect of cholesterol is its role in hormone synthesis. Steroid hormones, including testosterone and estrogen, are derived from cholesterol. These hormones regulate a wide array of physiological processes, from reproductive health to muscle development and mood stabilization. Additionally, cholesterol is a key player in the production of vitamin D, which is synthesized in the skin upon exposure to sunlight. Vitamin D supports bone health, immune function, and even mental well-being. In essence, cholesterol is not merely a bystander in the body's biochemical processes, it is a cornerstone upon which many vital systems are built. Despite its undeniable importance, cholesterol has been unfairly demonized as a primary culprit behind heart disease. This misconception stems largely from early research that failed to account for the complexity of cholesterol metabolism. The prevailing belief has been that consuming foods high in cholesterol, such as eggs, shellfish, and red meat, would directly raise blood cholesterol levels, thereby increasing the risk of arterial blockages. However, modern studies have shown that dietary cholesterol has a negligible impact on blood cholesterol levels, typically raising them by less than 1%. The body possesses an intricate feedback mechanism that regulates cholesterol production based on dietary intake. When cholesterol consumption is low, the liver ramps up its production. Conversely, when dietary sources are abundant, the liver reduces its output. This balance underscores the body's ability to self-regulate, minimizing the influence of external factors like food choices. The majority of cholesterol in the body is produced internally, with the liver and brain being the primary sites of synthesis. Remarkably, every cell in the body contains the genetic instructions necessary to produce cholesterol if needed. This underscores just how vital cholesterol is to survival. Rather than being an optional nutrient, cholesterol is a non-negotiable requirement for maintaining health. The idea that avoiding cholesterol-rich foods will protect against heart disease is therefore not only inaccurate but also potentially harmful. By focusing solely on dietary cholesterol, individuals may overlook other critical aspects of cardiovascular health, such as inflammation, blood sugar regulation, and lifestyle habits. Perhaps the most pervasive myth about cholesterol is the notion that elevated blood cholesterol levels inevitably lead to heart disease. This belief has persisted for over half a century, shaping medical guidelines and influencing countless treatment decisions. Yet, mounting evidence suggests that high cholesterol alone is not a reliable predictor of heart disease. While it is true that plaques found in clogged arteries contain cholesterol, this does not mean that cholesterol itself is the root cause of the problem. Instead, these plaques form as a result of chronic inflammation, which disrupts the body's ability to process cholesterol efficiently. Inflammation damages the inner lining of blood vessels, creating an environment where cholesterol becomes trapped and oxidized. Oxidized cholesterol is particularly problematic because it contributes to the formation of plaques, whereas normal cholesterol does not pose the same threat. Understanding the distinction between healthy and harmful cholesterol requires looking beyond simple measurements of total cholesterol levels. One emerging concept is residency time, which refers to the duration that cholesterol particles remain in circulation before being recycled by the liver. Shorter residency times are associated with better cardiovascular health, as they reduce the likelihood of oxidation and plaque formation. Conversely, prolonged residency times increase the risk of damage, making cholesterol particles more susceptible to oxidative stress. Factors such as poor blood sugar control, sedentary lifestyles, and inflammatory diets can all contribute to extended residency times, exacerbating the potential for harm. Rather than fixating on total cholesterol numbers, a more nuanced approach involves addressing the underlying causes of inflammation and optimizing metabolic health. Blood sugar levels, for example, play a significant role in determining how efficiently cholesterol is processed and removed from the bloodstream. Elevated blood sugar can impair the function of lipoproteins, the molecules responsible for transporting cholesterol throughout the body. This impairment leads to sluggish delivery of cholesterol to cells and delayed recycling back to the liver, creating a backlog that increases the risk of oxidation. By prioritizing stable blood sugar levels through balanced nutrition and regular physical activity, individuals can support healthier cholesterol metabolism and reduce their overall cardiovascular risk. The implications of these findings extend beyond individual health choices to broader public health policies. For years, dietary guidelines have emphasized reducing cholesterol intake as a means of preventing heart disease. However, this advice has proven ineffective at best and counterproductive at worst. By steering attention away from inflammation and metabolic dysfunction, traditional recommendations have inadvertently encouraged behaviors that may worsen cardiovascular outcomes. For example, promoting low-fat diets often leads to increased consumption of refined carbohydrates and sugars, both of which contribute to insulin resistance and inflammation, the very conditions that drive cholesterol-related complications. Shifting the focus from cholesterol reduction to systemic health improvement represents a paradigm change in preventive medicine. Emphasizing anti-inflammatory foods, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and omega-3 fatty acids, can help mitigate the effects of chronic inflammation. Regular exercise further enhances circulation, reduces oxidative stress, and promotes efficient cholesterol processing. Stress management techniques, including mindfulness and adequate sleep, also play a pivotal role in maintaining metabolic balance. Together, these strategies create a holistic framework for supporting cardiovascular health without demonizing a substance that is inherently beneficial. Education remains a critical component of this transformation. Misconceptions about cholesterol are deeply ingrained in public consciousness, perpetuated by decades of misinformation. Dispelling these myths requires clear, accessible communication that highlights the multifaceted roles cholesterol plays in the body. Healthcare providers must move away from fear-based messaging and instead empower patients with knowledge about how to optimize their overall health. This includes explaining the limitations of cholesterol testing, discussing the importance of inflammation markers, and encouraging lifestyle modifications that address the root causes of cardiovascular disease. In conclusion, the narrative surrounding cholesterol is undergoing a profound evolution. Once cast as a villain in the story of heart disease, cholesterol is now recognized as an indispensable ally in sustaining life. Its contributions to cellular structure, hormone production, nerve function, and toxin elimination underscore its irreplaceable value. By moving beyond outdated assumptions and embracing a more comprehensive understanding of cholesterol metabolism, society can adopt a more effective and compassionate approach to cardiovascular health. The path forward lies not in eradicating cholesterol but in nurturing the conditions that allow it to fulfill its vital roles while minimizing the factors that turn it into a liability. Through education, awareness, and proactive lifestyle choices, it is possible to rewrite the story of cholesterol, one that celebrates its complexity and reaffirms its place as a cornerstone of human biology. Thanks for watching. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content that challenges conventional health wisdom. Cholesterol isn't the villain we've been led to believe, it's a vital part of our health. But there's so much more to unpack when it comes to taking control of your well-being. See you in the next video.